Welcome to Vatika. No one is here. Let's find him. Oh, there he is. Meet Arun.
Namaste.
Namaste. Arun, so tell us how the things are going here. How did you feel over the quarantine?
It's good. Is you got more time to find yourself, go inside you and rectify whatever you wanted to do good in you. Like okay. नहीं that.
Meet Arun.
Namaste.
He's the owner of the place. Of all this place is so amazing. Apple tree, river, mountain. It's like paradise over here. And now let's ask him. Arun.
Yeah.
Namaste.
Namaste.
So tell us, how you doing over here? Okay, what's the living like over here? Where do you get water? Where do you get electricity, the provision, and what's the lifestyle over here like?
So the lifestyle is pretty same as what we have in the mountain. All over, like going uphill, going downhill with the stuff. Like suppose you have to get gas cylinder or something, you have to get it on your shoulder. So it is little hard working, but this is the best thing which we always get pretty far away from the concrete jungle. We can say we are here in the nature jungle, which is all green, which is all breathing. It is not like just
Air is so
yeah,
fresh.
yeah.
And if you can see, this person is so fit. And in the mountains, I've never seen even a single person who is overweight. As Arun said, they go up and down, up and down. It's like complete physical activity.
And then suppose we have to pluck apple from the trees and then give it to the people who gonna buy or like something, then we have to take all those apple up from here, like up to the hill and then to the road, and then from there we give the supplies to the more people all over the world. So
there we go.
So there is always a pretty powerful hard work which makes you a complete person in and out, which makes you breathe with this nature in the mountain. And that's the best thing, that's the best we can get here in Himalayas.
Yeah, the air is so fresh, like you feel the freshness, it's like nowhere else. And I gotta tell you, it's about 2,000 meters above the sea level, right? Yeah. So basically, the place in the mountains, 2,000 meters above sea level. Can you imagine? Yeah, I've just noticed it. I was walking up and down, and I feel a little short breath. So yeah, it's all about getting used to it. And Arun, tell us, where do you get water from? Water supply.
So water supply, we have this river stream coming from the up. So water supply department, they have the main tank up there. One is very up in the mountain.
Yeah.
From there they collect from the first point, and then they collect it at the second point, which is like almost 1 or 2 kilometer little up from here.
So do you mean this is glacier water?
This is
from
pure
glaciers?
glacier water without any added minerals in it. This is all natural. So sometimes they just put chlorine in it, just a little bit amount of chlorine, so that just to keep it like fungus free, or you can say like so that there are no other bacteria's germination in the water. Rest it's all pure.
Guys, I have just drunk water from the tap. Water from the tap, and it's absolutely amazing.
Like you can feel the natural minerals and the taste of the natural water,
Yeah.
which you will not get in the packaged bottle.
Yeah, the water from tap, it has its own taste, pretty much filled up with minerals. And another thing, as Arun said, there is a little amount of chlorine. As for me, I didn't feel anything. So pretty much it's like
it's not
amazing.
Not much in the taste, but like we have seen the processes how these people work.
Yeah.
So they have the proper standard operating procedure. Like they gonna put very little amount of the chlorine in it.
Yeah.
Just to keep it safe, so that
Yeah.
there is no
Out of
problem for the
bacteria.
people.
Yeah. And how do you get supply of electricity over here?
Electricity, they have the electricity pole, like which is like they have made poles and the wires, but to maintain it little hard in the winters, which is. But then they have the main station. From there they give the electricity to all the areas. But suppose there is too much of the rain, sometime there is too much of the snow, then these poles fell apart, and then sometimes there is no electricity also, but majorly in winters. I remember my last winters when we were like all without electricity for at least 1 month, 1 week. Basically 7 days we were here only. No electricity, no phone, no speakers, no laptop, no computer, nothing. We were just
Yeah,
all
completely into wild.
into wild and complete in
guys,
the nature.
Let me just remind you, winter over here, it's covered with snow. It's really cold.
Yeah, yeah.
And how did you keep yourself warm? Like, what did you do for that?
So, like, as we have the ancient system, which is the, like, which is a metal box, and we make fire in it, and the exit of this metal box goes out with the pipe outside the house, like rooftop, like outside the house. So we make fire in the room in that metal box, and this metal box gets heat and give heat, and then because of fire, and because of that fire and the heat, the whole room is like, we can feel at that time. Suppose the room is like normal room temperature, and outside when we go out in the nature, suppose in the snow, then it's like cold store outside. So we are just in the box at that time with the hotness of that tandoor. We call it, that equipment is tandoor, in which we make fire, and it gives heat to us, and then we save us from the very much cold. But still,
There we go. See?
but still, like, to work, our routine remains the same. Suppose we have to get the supply, we have to go out in the cold only. We have to go out in the snow only, and majorly in January, February, we see like almost 3 to 4 feet of the snow in this area only where we are sitting right now. So it's all fun at that time, going in the snow, making, like, the first person makes the path so that you go in the right place, and then you don't fall off of the path or some stone or something. So all the consciousness, all the hard work, and all the blessings from Mother Nature saves us and gives us the life which we want to live in the mountain.
This is the life in the mountains, guys. I was here sometime when there was snow, but it's absolutely amazing. You can see all the snow peaks, they're all covered with snow. And as Aaron says, it's fun. It's like sometimes you feel isolated completely out of like anything. There are places where not even phone reaches, there is no signal. So this is complete reset.
Yeah, going back to the normal, which is the normal,
Yeah.
which is from
Yeah,
where
this
you,
is actually normal, isn't
from
it?
where you do good, from
Yeah.
where you do right, you don't get yourself in the distraction, you don't get yourself in the illusion. You just come here as the person in this Mother Earth and serve whatever you want to, from inside, and which is always good.
Yeah, that's the way it is. If you have never been to mountains, I strongly advise, come over and have a look. So this place called Manali, the place we're right now is called Old Manali. There is also New Manali, you can say, but
Yeah, yeah.
Manali itself, nobody says New Manali. I've been to that place quite often, and I gotta say, this place is just absolutely amazing. This is the first time I come to Old Manali. In comparison to Manali itself, the New Manali, you can go.
And we have
It's very, very
we
quiet.
have like very spiritual connection at this place also.
What do you
So,
mean by spiritual connection?
spiritual connection, when we talk about, like, in Hinduism, in Hindu mythology, we say, like, the first human, half god.
Yeah.
He is the Manu. His name was Manu.
Yeah.
So, and we have his temple here in Old Manali. Suppose, like, half human and half god. Like, he's the one who is our ancestor in sort of that thing. And I'm talking on the basis of the manuscript.
Yeah.
There is a book which is written, and in this book there is everything written what is gonna be there in the future and how it is gonna be. Like, everybody at that time used to follow it, like whether he's a, like, Hindu, or whether he's a Buddhist. At that time, not Buddhist, but whether he's a Christian or whether he's a Muslim. So all these guys from the world, used to read this book, because this book had lot of knowledge about the spiritual knowledge, about the knowledge about the human also, and
Yeah.
probably the gap between us and the divine energy in this universe. So yeah, that's what I was saying, like, half human and half god, like the first guy on the Mother Earth.
Yeah.
In that sense. So obviously when we go to his temple also, you also will feel that energy, that vibration sort of thing, which is universal and quite channeling, like, which is, if you meditate there for some time, like, suppose you breathe in and breathe out for some time, just for 5 minutes also in the temple, you can feel that energy, that okay, there was something which is guiding us in this Mother Earth. And in New Manali, Like from 2 kilometers away from here, there is one more temple of Hidimba Devi. So she was the wife of the, most powerful god. Like he took birth, like he was a part of the god, not completely, but he took birth as the here as the brother and here as the son.
Yeah.
And then he met this goddess, like Mata Hidimba, and she is the like real demon in her life.
What do you mean by demon? Because demon is like
Yeah,
something
yeah, yeah.
people scared
Yeah,
of.
yeah,
like-
yeah, 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 yeah. So she is the real demon because her DNA is belongs to the demons only. But when she saw when she saw this guy, like which we call like him, he was so powerful. Like they say that he had the power of like 100,000 elephants or something. Like suppose
Yeah.
one day he was playing with the elephant, so he throw him out of the universe only with his power. So he was quite powerful, and this goddess was the demon at that time. But when she came in contact with him, she got interacted with him, or she saw him from very far away, and she got attracted, as in like with the male and female energy. And
Yeah.
she produced, she channeled her demonness towards the positiveness, which is the love, the extreme power, which is the most powerful thing in this world, which can create anything and which can destroy. So this goddess, who was a demon, felt love for this god and bow down to the positive and left all the negative, and now she is still a demon, but we worship her as a goddess. And sometimes whenever we have the problem, we always go to her. Like suppose nowadays also, like when in the starting of the corona time, we were here in March, and everybody was saying around 21 22 of the March that this everything will be locked down, and suppose there is like here it will be all disease and all, everybody will die. So most of the people were afraid of the village, of the area, because we have the spiritual connection with our gods also. So whenever we try to do something, we feel inside, we feel our god, and then we talk to him inside only that we are doing good or we are not doing good. Like if we are doing wrong, please make us do good. So then we have the godmen also, who have the some part of the energy of that god, who's gonna like who's gonna interpret, who's gonna tell us like how it is. So everybody from the area went to this goddess Hidimba, and they were like, we are afraid, we don't know how it is gonna be, because we have seen like the 90s, 1920 or 1905 time, when it was a big plague, all over people were dying, all over people were vomiting. So these people have seen that, and they did not want it to see here with the
Yeah.
corona also. So everybody was afraid. So everybody went to the goddess, and she guided us to that point. She was like, you guys are living here among us, and if you think corona will destroy you or it will trouble you, it will not. She just told us like, after this old Manali bridge or after this new Manali, you don't have to feel afraid, because I'm taking care of you guys. So all we need to do is be on the path which is there with the positiveness, and rest she's gonna take care. And from now, like from March till this October, we are here, everybody is here. We stayed in our home also, we were afraid also, but now when I look back and when I like listen to her talks at that time in March, it is clearly that she is still protecting us after such period of time also, when everybody is there, every people is coming from all over the world, we are not stopping anyone, and that's how it is actually. And now, no, like if we talk about, there are cases, there will be cases, but only 0.1111 0.0001% of the
Not
total
much.
case, not much,
Yeah.
which is. And when we say about the infection, like like airborne disease or something, which is not even like 1%, I cannot feel it here. Like it cannot be, because of the nature and because of the energy which we live in these mountain, and energy which are guiding us, which we call our guiding spirits. So
Yeah.
that's why I started this talk with the spiritual connection of the place. So yes, we are here in the like most natural place on the earth, sort of, as the Himalayas, as the top of the mountains or the sea, where not many people are not many people are behind the money. or not many people are selfish. So everybody is selfish, but we cannot be selfish here, because sometimes suppose you are in the no man's land up in the mountain and you see a guy who is like there with some problem, so or who is just sitting alone, or you feel it like he is having some problem, you cannot leave him behind there, which is basically is not at all your job. So you're gonna take care of him also, and then you're gonna take care of yourself also. So that's how we like mountain life is all about here in the mountain.
This is actually the right thing. So basically, I've experienced that myself. Once in trekking, I was about to take shortcut and I lost my way. I was going around, and I couldn't find actually where to go. And then somebody, complete random person, local, he says, "Do you lost the way? Did you lose the way?" I say, "Yeah, I lost the way." He says, "Come, I'll show you." And he actually took me somewhere, the place which I was looking for. And he says, "Okay, bye. That's it." Yeah, that's it. It's like it's normal for them. Very common. And there is another thing. Same day, I was going back. It was complete dark. My phone was flat. There was no flashlight, nothing. And this dog was like, just dog come from nowhere. And that dog went in front of me. And I just followed the dog. And dog took me to the right path. So this is the mountains. Believe it or not, but as Arun said, it's a goddess over here. Probably that's how it's guiding us. It's a really amazing place over here. You should try that for yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste. Be safe.
Thanks a lot, Arun.